If we were to take what is Nama, it includes 5 things out of 7 universal Chetasika. If you really observe, in the Chetasika you have 7. So out of 7 you have 5. So first you should have a contact. Without contact nothing can happen. So when you want to have a Nama experience, you should have a contact. So you have a Patigha Sanya. So it strikes. So if you look at the Mahanidana Sutta, where you require Adivachana Sampasa and Patigha Sampasa. Adivachana is to describe it and Patigha is what strikes. So when the sight, sound, taste, touch, smell strikes, you get a feeling. So when there is a contact, there is a feeling. So phassa, vedana, sanya. So there is a perception of that object, what that object is. Then you have chetana, intention. Then you have manasikara. This is where the vinyana takes shape, in the manasikara. So it can have a yoniso manasikara, which knows the object in its true essence, or ayoniso manasikara, when it doesn't know the object in a correct sense. So let's say when I see you, I have a ayoniso manasikara that you are Sachin for sure. Okay. So now that is the cause of the dukkha. So who am I if I were to take? It is a combination of phassa, vedana, sanya, chetana, manasikara.
Yeah. So
Yes.
here is actually all the time I keep on asking you, and then what happens is you merge it, subjective, objective, right? For example, when we were talking on Mara, my question was objective, but you answered subjectively. So when Rupa word comes, you never know, you and Tripitaka, when it takes objective, when it takes subjective. For example, we were talking about, or let's say, Chakuncha Paticha Rupe, right? So the Roop, generally, this is my observation, like Dhamma and Dhamma, right? So Dhamma is said, then it is Dhamma, and Dhamma, which is said, then it is mental construct, mental object. Similarly, Chakuncha Paticha Rupe, then plurally if it used, it is external object. That is my understanding. Otherwise, Kayancha Paticha Potabbecha, right? It is external. All the six sense objects are external, right? So Rupecha, obviously it is, even if you call it internal objects, internal to this body, it is external to the experiencer. So that way, Chakuncha Paticha Rupecha, Vanancha Paticha Dhammecha, these are external. So when at that time when we are talking about Mara, I asked what is the difference between core element and Rupe. Then you came back to me, my Rupa. But see, you stay subjective or objective. When we talk about Chakunja Paticha Rupecha, Chakku Vinyanam Upajjati, this Roop is external. Now, non-duality, external is internal, Ajjatam Bahita is same, that is secondary, but when we communicate, it is external, right?
Okay, so now we need to understand from the Mahavedana Sutta.
And same thing,
Yes.
Same thing. When you talk about these 5 elements of Nama, Patsa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankha, Chetana, right? Still, I feel that when I am Vivechehi Kamehi, Vivechehi Akuslehi Dhamme, I am out of the sensual realm, for example, or even go further, out of sensual domain, right? Still there is Vedana, still there is Sanya, still there is Sankhara. Asudas, hi Asudas. Okay.
Hello, sir.
So that's what when I say primordial, this is my perception of understanding that Nama Rupa Pachaya Sarayatana Pachaya Vedana itself has The Vedana Sanya Samkhara of this who am I in Nama Rupa, whereas Sarayatana is this ability to sense. For example, when I say I feel this body is, even if my closed eye, I feel my eyes are. This is Sarayatana, experientially I'm saying. And then this external Rupa comes in picture. When there is Sarayatana, then Chakuncha Paticha Rupecha Upachati Chakku Vinyana. That Rupa and that Vedana is secondary. Compared to, I am just there. I have yet not opened my eyes. I have not yet not expanded myself to the sixth sense space. For example, I just woke up from my sleep. At that time also, the feeling of I was there, the perception was I was there, that and this objective Vedana Sanya Sankhara and subjective Vedana Sanya Sankhara are two different things.
Okay, you really complicated it, so let me make it very simple.
Yeah, then you will merge it.
No, I'll not merge it. See, let's first understand what is subject object.
Yeah.
What is a subject?
I myself, whatever way I am, what I'm saying, maybe Sakai, I am this, that, or just the feeling of I am, whatever.
Okay.
Subjective.
So now if you say subjective, it's 5 aggregates. That is subjective. If you want to take it that way, then it is 5 aggregates.
So witness, let's say witness experiencing witness is
That
witnessing
itself
himself.
is 5 aggregates. If you have clearly understood 5 aggregates.
So witness consciousness is not is 5 aggregate.
Now what I'm saying is, forget about witness consciousness and all of that. Again, it becomes something within one, within the other, within the other, within the other. Right? So let's understand properly. If you have understood any one of the Salayatana, Kanda section of Kanda in the Sanyukta Nikaya, okay, you will see a correct explanation of what is Kanda. Okay. Even before we understand that Ahara Samudaya, Rupa Samudaya and all that, first you need to see what is the Kanda. Okay. Now when you say a subject, a person, then it is, or subject I is, if you take Dhatu Vibhanga, he says Cha Dhaturo Ayam Puriso. You can't explain it in any other way. That is a subject. You should explain it in Patavi, or you should explain it in Apo, or you should explain Tejo, Vayo, Akash and Vinyan. Okay. Then you should explain it in Ayatanas. Chakka Ayatana, Sota Ayatana, Ghana Ayatana, Jiva Ayatana, Kaya Ayatana, Mano Ayatana. Then you should explain it in the what you are perceiving. That is Rupa Sanyas, Adda Sanyas, like that. Or you should explain it in Sanchetana. That is Chakku Sanchetana, Gana Sanchetana, like that. Or you should explain it in Vinyana. Chakku Vinyana, Sota Vinyana, Gana Vinyana, like that. So the subject, if you were to purely define a subject, it is this 5 khandas, nothing else. Holding on to that is object.
In the 5 khanda, Rupa khanda is there.
Yes.
Even that is subjective.
Yes. So what he says, what is Rupa? He explains it in 2 parts. One.
Okay, so,
Yes, go ahead.
So in the experience, there is no place for object.
I am coming to that.
When we are seeing the, let's say, apple.
Object is where? Object is in the perception. Every object, you are perceiving the object. So when I say I am experiencing an object, I am experiencing Sachin. Where am I really experiencing Sachin?
So you mean to say object is enveloped in perception and that's all?
No,
From
that's
the point
exactly
from
why
the point.
what that's exactly what the five khandas are all about, right? See, now let us break one by one. Rupa, you understood? Any question there? There are two
Yeah,
ways of.
that is the main question, right?
Okay. Now the first. Now the first way of seeing. First way of seeing. What is Rupa? We can say it is Patavi Apo Tejo Vayu. Let's say. Hmm? That I am not able to understand. Then you should go by the Khajjani Sutta, Rupati, Iti Rupa. When whatever hits you, and due to that, there is something happening, that is Rupa.
Yeah, so mosquito bites you. The mosquito is Rupa or the bite is the Rupa?
No, mosquitoes also Rupa, the
That's all. There is no subjective objective in the Rupa. That's the point.
yes, exactly. So now there are only two ways of understanding Rupa. One, you go by the Dhatu, experience the Dhatu, meaning experience in the sense know the Dhatu. That's a better word to say. Know the Dhatu instead of a person. This is one way. Or you go by the affliction. That is, if you want to go out, you have to do so many things. That is because you have a Rupa. In both the cases, you will be able to understand what is Rupa.
Yeah, so when we go to Dhatu, the question of subjective objective goes away, right? Because Achatam Patvi Dhatu, Vaidava Patvi Dhatu, same,
No, wait
right?
for a second. You have still not broken it. Once you break it, Ajata Bahida will go away.
Yeah, so I don't want to broke. My question is, uh, this external object and internal object is totally not there in technical at all. The
No.
whatever we see, Apple, right? Forget about Apple. Just focus on the experience. That is what you. But this is what is the crux of Buddha.
Okay. See, I don't know.
External object, Apple. I am seeing. There is no definition of that. The six external object, right? Rupa, Sat, whatever we are saying.
No, that is there, but you are giving a connotation to that. You are not seeing the way it is. See, let's first understand Rupa, then we'll come to the.
If I say the way you are wanted to say Ajatam Bahida same, then there is no point of fassa itself, right? If there is no external, there is no fassa.
That's what he's saying, no? Phassa nirodho, Vedana nirodho, Sanya nirodho, Sankhara nirodho.
Yeah. So Nirodha has not happened till that point.
So, Phassa samudayo, Vedana samudayo, Sanya samudayo,
Yeah,
Sankhara
and
samudayo.
this fassa is the contact between external Rupa and internal Rupa.
Absolutely true. I am not rejecting that. What is the subject and what is an object? Let's understand. You are saying, is there anything in this world which is separated out as a subject and an object? That is your question. My answer to it is, you see the five khandas properly. If you are saying a subjective experience is Vedana. If I am saying I am experiencing something, you cannot experience without a thing called as Vedana, feeling. That's the experience. You will either experience it as a pleasant, you will experience it as unpleasant, or you'll experience it as neutral, which is Vedana. The experience.
Okay, so first the Nirodha happened, five aggregates are gone, right? That is-
No, wait. Now you have to understand how Nirodha happens. First, have you understood how Samudaya happens? No, first understand how Samudaya happens. Ahara Samudaya, Rupa Samudaya. You have to go deeper into Ahara. Kabalinka Ahara, Olarika Sukuma. So, when the Okkanti happened, it is Sukuma Ahara. When the child is outside the womb, it is Olarika. Got it? Now, with that, what is growing? Patavi is growing, Apo is growing, Vayu is growing, then Tejo is growing. That's all what is growing. Even by Ayurvedic way, if I take Vata, Pitta, Kapha, that's all what is growing. There's nothing else which is growing inside. What is growing, you tell me? Nothing is growing except for these four. Do you find anything growing there? Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu? No. So when I say subjective experience, where is the subject? Isn't for Dhatu. That's a subject. Respective object means what? The perception of that object, of that four elements or four dhatu. So when I see you, Sachin, the Sachin is where? In the Nama Rupa. But what I am seeing is Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu. But what I am getting.
So there is no, you are seeing Sachin, there is no Vilas.
There's no Vilas and Sachin. There's only four elements. But we get a perception of Sachin and Vilas. That's a perception.
Yeah, that's what the perception of Sachin and Vilas. Subject
where it is
Vilas, subject is Vilas and object is Sachin. So where is this duality?
No, that's now where it is in the Khanda, it is in Sanya. So
Sanya is the dual Sanya, you mean to say. Whenever we say Sachin, you mean Vilas and Sachin. Whenever you say apple, it is Vilas and apple. You mean to say.
It's not like that. There is an I with Sachin. When you ask who is I, it will come to first principle is it is I, E-Y-E. I am seeing, I am hearing, I am tasting, I am touching, I am smelling, I am all that. Then
that I is the ego or whatever you can say. Panchupadan Kandawala, the Sakai.
That is Sakai. Right? Now, go one step back. What will you find? It is the Nama Rupa which is there, which is categorizing it. Meaning it has, due to the Vijnana and Nama Rupa, it can categorize, it can know. Yes.
Wait, stop here. One step back, right? So one step back means still Sachin is there, still Vilas, the I is there.
Yes.
But in that experience, the feeling of Sachin, the sankhara of Sachin, in that Nama Rupa is where you need to say.
No, that is, see, first and foremost. So now, do you tell me which method you want? You want to go by the...
No, when you say Nama is Vedana Sanya Sankhara.
No, okay. Wait for a second, Sachin. Now you tell me, first let us...
Vedana is of Sachin.
Agreed. 1 minute. Let me complete what I am trying to ask you. Do you want to go and find out through the Patichabutpada cycle, or do you want to go through and find out by the Dhatu Vibhanga cycle?
I don't want to go by anything. I want to go by my experience.
Then it is not possible. Then it is all combined.
Because when I close my eyes, I'm not able to connect these dots.
You are not supposed to close your eyes to do this.
Okay, when meditate or forget, not close the eye, open the eyes, but when I go into silence, when you are not there, let's say I shut down this
But
computer.
You have the wall, you have the building, you can do the same thing with that.
But this question arises.
No, see, I think you are not able to understand, Sachin. It's like this, even if I am alone, nobody is there. Can I not look at the wall and do the same thing? I can. Can I look at the floor and do the same thing? Yes, I can. How different does it make?
Yeah, the feeling of wall is there, right? The feeling of wall is Nama, Rupa, Vala, the Nam.
That's correct. So now...
As all the feelings are of external object, right? And then you say Nama Rupa means his feeling of wall, creation of wall.
No, you first have to understand, when we say Nama and Rupa, if you go by the Pali words with explanation, then you have to do like this only. Phassa, Vedana, Sanya, Chetana, Manasikara, which you might not understand. Number one. The easiest way of doing it is make it into a formal name and a nominal form. Easy way.
Yeah, that's what.
No, what is that? That's what. Hold on for a second.
Okay, forget. When we go to jhana, right? There is no sense, right? There is no sixth sense. But still feeling is there.
So Sachin, tell me, when you are sleeping, Do you have any feeling of sleeping?
No, because that is.
Wait, now the five aggregates have no upadana. Let's understand one by one. When you are in deep sleep, there is no experience of rupa. Is there any experience of rupa? 100% sure?
Yes.
Vedana, do you have any feeling of that feeling? No. Do you have any sanya of it? Perception? No. Are you doing any sankhara over there? No. Do you have any vinyana over there? No. Agreed? Okay. Now does that mean that are you still alive? Yes. Does that mean you're dead? No. Clear? Okay. Now let's discern this properly. Rupa, only when the vinyana comes up, then the rupa is connected. Chakkuncha paticcha rupe upajjati chakku vinyana. That is, the upajjati means what? Which arises. What arises? The chakku vinyana will arise. Let us say chakku not being there and the rupa not being there cannot arise any vinyana. So in the deep sleep, there is no vinyana.
So from nothing to five aggregate to nothing.
Yes, nothing. Right. Now you are saying I am in jhana. Right.
Tell me.
Now you are in jhana. Let's say you are in neva sanya na sanyayatana, which is equivalent to deep sleep. Clear? Now if somebody asks, do you have rupa? No. Do you have arupa? Yes. Because it's arupa jhana. Without rupa. What's the point? Okay. Now where is the subject? Now in this case, where is the subject? And where is the object? You can't pinpoint the object. Can you pinpoint a subject now? No. So the way of your questioning is that, tell me, is there any absolute object and an absolute subject? In Buddha Dhamma, there is nothing in absolute. It is like atti natti. That's exactly what every the wanderer of other sect, when they came asking for the Buddha, they asked him, tell me atti natti. So in the Aggivacha Gotta Sutta, also he asked this question, a beautiful question he asked. That is, Jiva, is it there or not there? He wants a absolute answer. Jiva is one thing, Pana is another thing. Yes.
Okay, so now these are just different terminology. Let's say Panch Upadana Khanda and Nama Rupa. Right?
No, they are not terminology. They are, see, terminology means what? Adivachana.
Seems like.
No, it is Adivachana. So what Buddha explains here is that if you want to explain anything to anyone at all, it should have two things, Nama Rupa with Vijnana. Otherwise you can't.
So if the Vedana Sanya Sankhara is part of Panch Upadana Khanda experience and Nama Rupa also same thing, then why this Nama Rupa Pratyaya Sarayatana Panch Upadana Khanda happens?
Good question. So you have to go from the backward, like Vipassi did. If you go from front, you might not get the answer. The Buddha Vipassi did from the back. It's very easy to understand if you really see. So first few, it's very easy. So why birth? Because of this, because of this. Now let's come to Salayatana. Okay. How does Ayatana come into existence? Is it created or is it been there? Tell me this answer. Ayatanas. There are 12 ayatanas.
It's been there.
No, it is created. Indriyas are there. Ayatana is created. It's a mental construct. It is not a physical thing. It's a field of experience. It's just a field of experience. That's it. There's nothing there. It's just a field. Just like in Hindi, we could call it as kheti.
Yeah. So if Nama Rupa created this field of experience, then you experience, and in that experience there is Vedana Sanyas Sankara. So obviously Nama Rupas would not have Vedana Sanyas.
Okay, now wait. Don't go so fast. Now the initial, when you say Nama and Rupa, the initial categorization as this and that is there in Vijnana. Now there is a question in the Mahavedana Sutta. What is Vijnana? Have you read that properly? Have you understood it? Vijanati Vijanati iti Vedana. Sorry, iti Vijnana. And what does he say? When asked, Panya needs to be developed, Vijnana needs to be understood. Correct? Now, the nearest answer to that is again in Kajjiniya Sutta, where Buddha explains what is Vijnana. He says, like sweet, like sour, like salt. That means one that knows a particular thing to be a thing is Vijnana. So you can have only two things: knowing in the wrong way, knowing in the right way. Knowing in the right way leads to liberation, knowing in the wrong way leads to bondage. That's all what you can do. Meaning, ayoniso manasikara, when I say, it means it's knowing in the wrong way. Now I am treating you as Sachin. So all the kleshas or the defilements will start coming. If I know in the right way, then the defilements are ended. That's all what it is. But can you change the Vijnana? You can't. So Vijnana is going to be there. So Vijnanam Anidasanam. You have to make it as an Anidasana Vijnana rather than destroying the Vijnana. You cannot destroy the Vijnana. It knows. So the knower of the field can never be removed. But the item in the field can be removed. You got the point? So if somebody says, I will kill the knower, what? Eye knows how to see. You think you can remove the eye from seeing? It knows to see. You can't make it eat now. Because it is, that is what is in also there in where? In the Mahatanha Sankhya Sutta. Sankhya Sutta. What it says? He said that 6 Vijnanas. Consider it like a fire. So if the fire is coming out of wood, it's called as wood fire. Something is coming out of a paper, it's called as paper fire, like that. So 6 Vijnanas are like that. What it really means in depth, it means the Chakku Vijnana, when it arises, it only knows about the Chakku. It doesn't know about Gana, Jivha, Kaya, Mano, all that. If the Sota Vijnana comes, it knows about the sound only. It doesn't have to know about any other. If the Jivha Vijnana comes, it only knows a taste. It knows. You don't have to teach it. Hey, I will teach you how to taste it. No, it already knows. If you don't know, then you are an idiot. That's all it can say. But it knows. The moment something is kept in the mouth, it knows the taste. You don't have to teach any taste. You don't have to teach, it knows, smell it. No, it knows. So in the Kajjiniya Sutta, he properly explains what is Vijnana. That which knows. What does it know? It knows this is sugar, this is salt, this is astringent, this is sour, like that. Okay, now coming back to this Vijnana with Nama Rupa. That means the Vijnana knows. Simple. That much portion, do you agree? Okay. What is Nama Rupa then? It is a concept. Due to sankharas. So, if you don't want to get into the definition way of what is samutpada, you can understand the same thing by 5 khandas to see what happens. really what happens. When there is a Rupa appearing, Rupa in the sense the four dhatus which appears, when it appears, you can have three kind of feeling due to that appearance. You can have a Sukha Vedana because Raga is there. You can have a Dukkha Vedana because Dvesha is there. You can have a Dukkha Sukha Vedana because Moha is there. So if you remove Moha, that is, if you know that there is a neutral feeling, truly neutral feeling, which doesn't go to two extremes, that place is the Vijnana, you can change it. Change it means you don't have to associate with that formation or preparation or whatever words you want to call that as. And hence Nama Rupa ceases to exist. So the Vijnana also goes away. Does that sound proper? Or another way to, yes, okay. So another way to see it is, you formalize a name. Just a name. Let us say Sachin. Just formalize the name. When you formalize the name, the Vijnana picks up Sachin. Okay. Which Vijnana picks up Sachin? Mano Vijnana. Now, Sachin is a Dhamma, thing. Clear? Now, is there a form of Sachin apart from the name? Ask this question. And you will struggle, because now you have to say Sachin is Rupa, Sachin is Vedana, Sachin is Sanya, Sachin is Sankhara, Sachin is Vijnana. Other than that, you can't explain who is Sachin. This is also explained in Milinda Panha. So the nominal form only in the name is five khandhas. Looking at this body structure of yours, okay, I get a perception, sanya, that you are Sachin. How did it get created? It got created with Nama Rupa. Nama. Now forget the Rupa for time being. Nama. That is, Hassa happened when I see you. Vedana comes. Feeling of what? Sukha, Dukkha, Adukha, Sukha. Yes.
Here, when we said the whole series of discussion where who am I is equal to Nama Rupa.
Right.
Let's say I am seeing Ariyu. The Nama is Ariyu, but whatever. So this is me. I again keep on asking. My question will be subjective, objective. You know by now, right? So
no, whether you call it as you or I or subjective or objective.
I am Nama Rupa.
Yes,
right?
you are Nama Rupa.
We had a lot of discussion on that.
Yes, you are Nama Rupa. Now Nama Rupa with Vijnana is what gives you that kind of experience. Now it's not just Nama Rupa.
So here I am seeing Ariyu, or let's say the apple. Nama is apple, the Rupa is this red color thing, whatever.
No, that is Sanya. No, wait for a second. Let's break it one by one. Let's take apple.
In that, who am I where?
Now again, let's take apple. Forget you, because you are more complicated than apple. Okay, you had an apple on that day in your hand. Where is apple? Can you tell me where exactly is apple? It's in Sanya. You have created a symbol of apple. That's an external object. When you say external object, it is Rupa. Rupa. It is not Saddha Rupa. It is not Gandha Rupa, it is not Rasa Rupa, it is not Pattabha Rupa, it is not Dhamma Rupa. Let's say. First, the apple is kept somewhere there. You are not taken in your hand. Okay. What Rupa are you seeing? Rupa. Do you know what is it? It's an apple? No. Let's say. There is some new fruit which has come from China.
Avocado. Okay.
Something from China. It looks like an animal.
Dragon fruit.
Whatever. No, see, you see, that is Sanya, dragon fruit. It is Sanya.
Okay.
Now, the next time you see that fruit, will you ask a question what it is? No. Where it is registered now? It's in Vijnana. Now it is in Vijnana. It was first in Sanya, but it got regularized in Vijnana. Now the Vijnana, every time the Vijnana comes with dragon fruit only. It doesn't come you with that shape now. You will get only dragon fruit. Because you have named it as dragon fruit. In the same way, Sachin, whenever I see you, only Sachin will come. I don't see the Rupa at all. You understand the point? Now that is what is Nama Rupa. Paricheda Jnana is that you cut it.
Yeah, obviously, in Buddhism, I will never find the answer of subjectivity.
You see,
because it is anattavada.
No anattavada or attavada or whatever it is, Sachin. Buddha Dhamma is a middle path.
Okay, this question. I'm meditating. There is no thought. Total silence.
No Dhamma, that's all.
Okay. Now, so no panchakanda.
You check it out. No, like in the deep sleep. Are there any panchakhandas? There is, but there is no upadana to the khanda. In the same way, if you don't have any thoughtless state, or you're in arupa jhana, it's very subtle. So you can't experience anything.
So there is no Nama Rupa, there is no feeling.
There is Nama Rupa, but again, there is Nama Rupa, there is feeling and perception, please understand, but it is subtle. So when Buddha experienced through Uddaka Ramaputta, the 8th jhana, he found out that I still exist, and hence he went in search of finding how to remove the final I itself. Got the point? So until unless we reach the 8th jhana for ourselves, you will not be able to find where is this Vijnana Pacchaya Nama Rupa. Okay? No matter how many times I have read Nidana Sutta, but I will never be able to find for myself, theoretically, intellectually, whatever it is called as, I can understand. Vijnana Pacchaya Nama Rupa. But the other way around, Nama Rupa Pacchaya Vijnana, it is not possible. Why? I'll tell you. First, you should have the Nama Paricheda for as an experience. Meaning, yahi akarehi, yahi lingaihi, yahi nimittehi, yahi uddeshaihi on the Namakaya, and the impingement happening on the Rupakaya. And
so what I can do to reach that state?
You have to become an anagami. You have to reach anagami state to get into that. Simple answer. If you are an anagami, you will break it. You will come to see it. For yourself, you will come to see. Forget about who says or what says. So you practice to get into anagami. That's it. So you use the 5 khandas only. You don't have to go anywhere to do any other thing.
So right now, park this question and stick with the 5 khandas.
See, the more I question, let us say I'm in your state, I keep on questioning this Nama Rupa with Vijnana. It's going to be a futile exercise. It's like asking who am I, and it ends up where? It ends up in 5 khandas only, because I have not gone above the 5 khandas. So it takes
Yeah,
time now.
makes sense.
Yeah. So yes, Arif.
If everything is supposed to be explained, then there is no there is no value in it, right?
No,
If it
there
is
is no,
explainable,
no,
yeah.
there is no value in practicing. If we were to know it just by explaining, then we don't have to practice whatever we are practicing. Yes, Arif.
Yeah, today I was watching a video by this hermitage monk,
Yes.
and one thing he was saying that is that you have to grasp the sign of the mind. I'm wondering what does that mean? He said eventually you have to grasp the sign of the mind. Um,
Yes. So what is the sign of the mind?
Today
Sign.
also, today also I got this question differently. I was thinking the same thing, right? Our body exists. Then I thought body exists is actually kaya domain, right? Kaya ayatana. So I was thinking, can I see? The closed eyes are closed. Okay, the chakku exists. I can see, right? I'm not blind. There is no object is different thing. Like that saliva exists. I'm tasting saliva. It's not a touch of the saliva. Like that, I was checking everything, but does the mind exist? I stopped. I could not find.
Okay. No, there's a clear answer to that. Every mental state, there's a sign you create to come back to. So it can make following sign, some sign. What are the sign? If there is a pleasant feeling, it makes sukha as a sign. If there is an unpleasant feeling, it makes dukkha as a sign. Okay. Now this Vedana is part of or parcel of Sanya, Sankhara with Vinyan. So when I say mind, what is mind? Mind is Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara. Yes,
is that why you said it's very difficult to experience neutral feeling because there's no sign to be experienced?
exactly. There is no sign to be experienced. You will make a sign of not experiencing unpleasant things. Yes or no? So that you will always experience pleasant things. Correct? No? What else will you make? The mind knows that this is sukha and this is dukkha.
What was the question? Are you? Can you repeat?
The sign. So
My,
that monk with yesterday what he has shared. So the monk in one of the video he says that follow the sign of the mind.
yeah, he said everyone eventually have to grasp that. I think he meant it as attainment of some stage, but I did not understand what attainment it is.
So if you catch the sign, which is either sukha or dukkha, you have caught the mind in the act.
Okay, so you mean to say if you can catch the Vedana, you have already got the mind.
Vedana and sanya and sankhara. See, Buddha has given a beautiful answer in this itself. How do I understand Rupa? Observe Ahara. Don't do anything of Rupa. Just observe Ahara. Kabalinka Ahara, Olarika or Sukuma. Just keep observing that. Don't do anything. Don't have to memorize this is Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo. All that is also not required. Just Ahara Samudaya, Rupa Samudaya. That just go on the Ahara. No, what is your problem? Why should you understand Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo? Just go by the Ahara. You will see the Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo in that Ahara itself. So you don't have to do any separate contemplation of that. Second one, Phassa. Can you, now this is most important, can you eliminate the sensations completely? Can you eliminate the sensations completely through Phassa observation only? That means the body scanning, etc., etc., need not be done. Just keep it aside. Okay? Can you just keep it aside and only look at the phassa? Don't look at the Vedana. If you look at the Vedana, you get three Vedanas. Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, Adukha Sukha Vedana. Now, it doesn't end there. In 6 ayatanas, into 18 you will get. That is a problem now. Now, when I am doing through VRI or whatever it is, what am I doing? I am only doing 3 in 1. That is Kaya Ayatana.
Yeah, the body is. So I feel that, right? So
Wait, you
what is
feel.
that?
No, you feel. But what he's asking, if you really see, Phassa is the tripod for Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara. Can you just be on Phassa? Like in the Ahara of the, 1 second, are you? In the Putta Mamsa Sutta, he gives an explanation also. A cow which has been removed of the skin is running everywhere. The flies on the northern side will go and bite. The flies on the eastern side will go and bite. The flies on the western and the southern, right? Yes.
So how can we cut that, right? Already contact is felt, right? So Vedana, after
It is.
Vedana only we realize the
No,
first.
no, it is. Yeah, that's the reason we have to go to understand what is Phassa. One second, Ariel. I'll give it to you. Hold on. Let me finish his question and then it's all yours.
Similar question, but yeah.
Okay, you then throw the question. Let me add both the questions.
Yeah, my original question is over. Now we are debating.
Okay.
I was wondering if you can catch the passa. Does that mean in the Kachaniya Sutta it says it knows the bitter, it knows the sweet. So you would actually experience sweet as sweet.
Yes, you'll experience
That's
sweet as sweet.
And that's the passa. That's the sensation. That's without sanya, without feeling.
Yes, you will experience what should be experienced rather than a sweet. Meaning, you are given me a chocolate and I'm trying to find sweet there. Got it. Whereas now I know this is the taste of sweet. This is the taste of salt. This is the like that Girardelli chocolate what you brought. It had salt, it had sweet, it had bitter, it had all the things. So can I really see it that way? Then there is no feeling.
The moment Girardelli comes up, Vedana has you have gone
Sanya has
beyond.
come.
You have gone beyond first.
Yes, absolutely. Just for conventional sake, I can say he has brought Girardelli. But when I open it and put it in the mouth, my awareness, sati, should be on the taste only.
So Girardelli came. So obviously Vedana Sanya Sankhara of Girardelli
Will be
came.
there. Will be there.
Otherwise, if you could have just stayed there, waited there, tranquilize that moment, and let not Girardelli come, then you are in first.
Yes, exactly.
Girardelli is already several steps above, right? Even
Yeah.
sweet concept
So
is
now,
already-
Let replace sweet with Girardelli with sweet. Let the sweet yet not come. It's not possible, right? Can it be?
yes, it is possible. Like this. He has given an answer also. You know where is the answer? We keep on reciting it. There is the answer. Like he says, Chakuncha paticha rupecha upajati chakku vinyanam. It creates a bridge. You cut the bridge.
On this bridge, the feeling stands.
Yes.
You meant to say.
And on that, the perception stands. On that, the thinking stands. On that, everything stands.
You mean to say the sweet came on the bridge of this Jiva Vijnana?
Yes. So, it's like this. You want to handle Vedana, okay, supposing, And that's the reason what video he sent or somebody sent, you only sent, about that monk talking about it is going into sensuality, which is true. Because if you are only observing the Vedana appearing in the body, you are literally getting into sensuality. Because you only taken only one of the ayatanas. You have not taken all the ayatanas. So you will have only experience of one ayatana. And the more you concentrate, the more it will become concentrated.
Now I am very clear about this body sensation. I consider even the body sensation external only because I consider myself as hollow.
Yes.
But this rupa,
Correct.
I am just a space. Even though it is inside me, all the sensation, all the this heart and all inside me, now it feels external to me.
Right. So now coming back to the point is that there is another sutta where 6 monks debate. 6 monks. That's a beautiful sutta where he will say how this is connected. Let me search it and give you that. Through that, you will understand what I am trying to say. Give me a second. कतमो नुखो आवुसो एको अंतो कतमो द्वितीयो अंतो किम मज्जे का सिब्बनी. Okay, it is
Which sutta?
I will tell you. Wait. Second.
If you search, share the excerpt. Vilas, I can help you search.
It is in Majje Sutta. Wait, I will tell you the Sutta number. I was searching in the wrong place. AN 6.61. So it goes like this. Yo ubhonte viditvana majhe manta nalipati tam brumi mahapurisot soda sibbini machaga.
Even to Bahi has the same thing, na? Ubho anto. Said.
Yeah, ubho anto. So katamo no khu avuso eko anto katamo dutiyo anto kim majje kim sibbani. एवं वुत्ते अन्यतरो भिक्खु धेरे भिक्खु एतो दवच. फस्सो खो आवुसो एको अंतो. फस्सा is one hand. Phassa samudayo dutiyo anto. The arising of the phassa is the second. Phassa nirodho majhe, middle. Tanha sibbani. It is what it teaches. So first you have to understand, I keep on repeating this when we saw that mirage while we were driving to Savatthi.
And there were six examples were given. Buddha has approved this one, right?
Yes, Buddha approves all the 6 of them. He says initially I only talked about this, but now you have come up with 6 variants. I approve all the 6 of them.
But this is more important.
Nothing to be more important. This all the 6 are true.
Yeah, he emphasized one of them.
No, he says, if you read it properly, he says, last end, he says, Sabbesam vo bhikkhave subhasitam paryayena apicha yam maya sandhaya bhasitam parayena metteya panhe. That means I approve all that what you're saying. But I had initially spoken about this one only.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Now-
when he spoken, this was in his mind.
Now you take
Then-
whichever you want. If you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or you take what Buddha said, that is sufficient. If you take what Buddha said, it's all about phassa, nothing to do with Vedana. It's just about phassa. That means you have to practice on the phassa. That is, when we were driving, Sachin, you might have observed that mirage. You are one end. The mirage, the water kind of thing is another end. Stopping, looking at that is the middle. But craving is the seamstress, which connects this to that.
Subject is one end, object is one end.
Exactly. Now you got it. Now you are asking me this question. Vilas, tell me, one end is subject, another one is object. Okay. But in Buddha Dhamma, there is no subject and object. And your craving is connecting both of them. There should be a subject and there should be an object experience.
My question itself is craving.
I just wanted to prove to you that your question is not okay.
Can you say passa is the sensation, the
No.
raw sensation?
No.
Would you not?
Phassa is just a contact. See, out of 5 namakaya, 5, there should be a contact. Don't worry about which contact it is. There should be a contact. Only when the contact arises, so the feeling arises. If there were no contact, no feeling is going to arise. Now, when I do the vipassana and I look at the body sensation, the body consciousness has already happened. So, wherever I start looking, the Vedana starts to come over there. It can come in 3 categories: Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, Adukha Sukha Vedana. Now, what I am practicing, trying to practice, is not to react to the Vedana or the sensation. Okay? That means I am trying to search for Adukha Asukha Vedana, which itself is craving. So, out of Ubho Ante, I am searching for these 3. Oh, I got Sukha Vedana. So, I am tagging it. This is Sukha Vedana. Now I am tagging this is Dukkha Vedana. So I am doing perception. This is Sukha Vedana, this is Dukkha Vedana, this is Adukha Sukha Vedana. So I am now going into 18 mental preoccupation.
Yeah. But the other side of it is like, I don't care. Then again, it's a problem.
It's not about not caring, it's not about caring, it's about looking at the contact point.
So can we discuss this line in detail?
Yes.
First so one anto, first samudaya, second anto. How?
Samudaya. Phassa is just the phassa. No, nothing is in there. Samudaya of phassa is with some samisa in that.
When we say samudaya, it's whole paticca samutpada has started.
Yes. So phassa samudayo, vedana samudaya. Your vedana is already corrupted.
Is it practically possible, like first and not letting
Why?
samudaya not happening?
No. Wait. So let's go back to the original question. Eko anto. If that phassa is not working out for you, in that same sutta, he talks about ayatana also. I will tell you. See here. He says sukha avuso vedana eko anto. This is easy.
Okay.
Sukha eko anto. Dukkha vedana dutiyo anto. So 2 ends.
Yeah.
Adukka Asukhama is middle. Tanha Sibbani.
Actually, today morning I felt this sukha also, but differently. But from that sutta, in which to that lady he was saying, dukkha is other side of sukha, right?
That is in the Chula Vedala Sutta.
Yeah. So that I was experiencing
Yes,
because
you can also use that. You can use a counterpoint of that. Meaning,
yeah,
what you
because
can do.
whenever I feel sukha, obviously there is a dukkha embedded in it, and I could see that.
Yes.
See, in the sense let's say this water bottle is here, right? I am not feeling good about this water bottle here. That already has the water bottle should be here. In my feeling of this in my unpleasant feeling of bottles is here. There is already hidden inside somewhere. I could see
Correct.
that it should have been here.
Correct. So the
So
Tanha.
I felt that.
Correct. So the attraction repulsion is there in Vedana already. Okay. So when I am doing the sensation in the body, what happens is I am already in Sukha and Dukkha. In that I am trying to search for Adukka Sukha by not reacting to the sensation. So it becomes a concentration. Like that video what you have sent, right? Where that person, that bhikkhu is saying that. Okay. Which is true. Unless I really discern it, where I only see the center point, it is difficult because now I am craving for it. I might be craving for neutral feeling or making it neutral. That itself is a craving. Or I might be enjoying the sensation which is appearing on the body,
Yeah.
which is Sukha Vedana.
Again, for example, I have no prejudice about what bottle should be there. Then seeing this bottle here, I might ignore it because it's obviously it is here and let it be here.
No, always.
Or I might feel good about it. Okay, it should be here and let it be here.
No, that's what. So now we have gone to Ubho Ante. You have to practice at the joining point, not at this point. Otherwise, you have already taken the Ubho Ante. So either you will go to Kila Matanu Yoga, meaning let it be, you will struggle for that. I will not take the bottle.
Yeah, that's what typical practice of vipassana. People misunderstand that way only. I will ignore.
I will ignore.
मैं समता में रहूंगा. I will stay in equanimity.
Yes.
But that itself, you lost the equanimity.
Correct. So that is one Ante. Going behind the sensation is another Anta, which is Kama Sukha. Okay. So, like Goenkaji says, don't make a game of sensation,
Yeah.
which is correct. Because you are going between two Anta.
That simple sentence has
Deeper meaning. What he says is
but
correct.
people are taking it simply. Yeah.
What he says is correct. You should observe just as an observer, not observing the three sensation which is coming. And if you just observe, you are in Phassa. Just observe. If you just observe. If you are not in observation, then you are in either of the three. Either you will have a neutral feeling, or you will have a pleasant feeling, or you will have unpleasant feeling.
Just observe when three are not. Is it possible?
And that is the first line, no, of the Chakuncha Paticha Rupecha Upajati Chakku Vinyanam. Now you do Kayancha Paticha Pottabbecha Upajati Kaya Vinyanam. The Vinyana has come. It doesn't have anything there. Tinna Sangati Phassa. Again, nothing is there. Now the game starts. If I want to discern through Vedana, I have to do it only through Dukkha.
Yeah, even this needs practice a little bit.
Yes. So in the Titayatana Sutta, what he says, Vakkantya Sati Nama Rupa. Nama Rupa Pache Salayatana. Salayatana Pache Phassa. Phassa Pache Vedana. This is where the Dukkha has to be seen. That's a practice. If I go by this method, when I go to the Vipassana class, I should look at the dukkha arising, not the vedana arising. The dukkha arising. Then it works.
Dukkha samudaya.
Dukkha samudaya. Because the dukkha started arising. Dukkha takes two forms, either sukha or dukkha.
Exactly.
Because sukha itself is dukkha.
Yeah, the other side of dukkha is dukkha,
Dukkha
and
only.
other side of dukkha is sukha. So both are dukkha.
Yes. Both are dukkha. When I see the dukkha, and then I come to the third noble truth. Whereas you don't hold it. That is the neutral thing. That is observation. Yes, sorry.
I feel like the question is, since you cannot see the chitta, right? And they already become vijnana, so you have to hit the vijnana, then it becomes back to chitta with dukkha.
Yeah,
right?
that is another way of talking about it. But when you are doing meditation, you can't understand this chitta, vijnana and all that. So that is more of understanding rather than seeing it. But the seeing here,
Practically, how will you do it? It should be the question of every one of us. Answer can be different. But you
say,
have to
let's
practice.
say, Ariu, in the next couple of months, I and Shreyas are going to the Vipassana center. Now, the feeling which is arising in the body, I should consider it as dukkha. That's it. Nothing more than dukkha. Whether pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, neutral feeling, whatever it is just dukkha. Dukkha arising, dukkha passing away. Dukkha arising, dukkha passing away. Then I have understood phassa. Got it. That's all I need to do.
Because feeling itself is dukkha.
Yes, feeling
Feeling.
itself is dukkha. So there is nothing to feel that the VRI is doing it wrong or that or this. That is not true. What they are teaching is correct. But if I start getting engaged in Vedana, then I am making a play of Vedana within me. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, because you want to go to sabha sankhaya samatto, right? When it's feeling, it's already not samatha.
Yes, it's not samatha. So Sabbha Sankhara Samatha is watching the dukkha. Just the dukkha arising. What is dukkha arising?
This the sankhara phassa resulting into vedana.
Yes.
It should be tranquilized.
Yes. So when I deeply contemplate on the Vedana, not on the phassa, the Vedana vanishes. With sanya also gone. So I have sanya vedete nirodha. Simple.
So that scene, only a scene is working from that direction. And you just keep seeing. And
Yeah. So when I enter into the class, if I open up my eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and start seeing here, there, here, all that, that's already Vedana has taken over. There is 3 Vedanas all the time. So I am doing a game of Vedana in the name of Vipassana. Even though that is not how Goenka has taught, but that is how I am doing it. But what I should be doing is consider the dukkha, which is truly dukkha, because you can't have a sukha vedana. The counterpart is dukkha vedana. You can't have a dukkha vedana because a counterpart is sukha vedana. You can't have adukha sukha vedana because the counterpart is avijja. Like explained in the other sutta. Chula Shunyata Sutta, Chula Vedana Sutta. You need to practice by that. Then you get dukkha. When you get dukkha, you know the cause of the dukkha, which is tanha. Because I am craving for removal of unpleasant and only wanting pleasant. I am fighting with it. I am fighting with the sensation. Right. Now that fight is not there. So I have understood phassa, which is a cause for Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara. That's how I need to practice when I go to Vipassana class for all the 10 days.
This sentence, not knowing adukha sukha, that second thing is just now we said. if you can experience a dukkha, sukha, you can twist the vijnana. So this, can you explain a little bit more? Because even adukha, asukha should be ultimately a dukkha, right?
See, the liberation is in adukha sukha. Okay. To address adukha asukha, first you have to cut two extremes, the dukkha and the sukha. Okay. So when I cut,
And then cut adukha.
yes, because that neutral vedana also has to go, which is avijja.
Even that is dukkha samadhi.
That is dukkha samudaya. Not knowing that there is a neutral feeling itself is dukkha samudaya. So
Okay.
if I take 5 aggregates for my meditation in vipassana, so first 3 days anapanasati, whatever they teach, fine. And the 4th day onwards till the 9th day when they teach me vipassana, I need to look at the 5 aggregates. Simple. With dukkha, in each one is dukkha only. Rupa also is dukkha, Vedana is dukkha, Sanya is dukkha, Sankhara dukkha, Vijnana.
But still, your domain will be body only.
My domain will be body only. Absolutely correct. Because that is what I have agreed to do. So I will only keep the body. No domain of any other thing. Here, I need to see the feeling which is coming from top of the head to the tip of the toe as dukkha. Then I'm exactly following what is there in the sutta. Especially this sutta, what I shared. Majje sutta.
When we say upekhato, or when Goenka ji says upeksha karo, right? Ignoring nahi karna hai, right? It
Not
is
ignoring. You are neutral to it. You are not doing anything
Not-
which will
not-
create a new sensation,
Not reacting.
not reacting to it. So what Goenka says is correct, that you shouldn't, you are just observing. You are not playing along with that. You are not participating, basically. You are here to watch the game. You are not here to play the game.
Yeah, actually what he says and what is perfect. But at that point, if we know all these things, now we can escape very easily. Compared to someone who is properly doing and
Correct.
doesn't know this terminology of Buddha.
Correct. So we get caught up in this because the Vedana is very strong. The feeling is very strong. So it will pull to one side or the other side. So if I work out at the phassa level, chakuncha paticca rupecha upajjati, like that kayancha paticca pottabbecha upajjati kaya vinyanam. That's all I need to practice. Dukkha can be seen. I don't have to go detailed into which part of the body what is happening. I just have to see the dukkha arising and passing away. So when I'm scanning from the head to the back to the like that, if I'm going, then I'm only looking at dukkha, nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even Goenka said that when you scan from top to bottom, it is initially you are training yourself.
Correct.
Then onward, that scaling should happen automatically. Not by
Exactly.
you.
Exactly. Now you don't have to sit and scan each small portion. You are literally the Vedana is arising and fading away, arising, fading away all the time.
Without you telling, your
Yes.
body itself starts going up and down.
Correct. So the body arises and the body goes away. Basically, that is what you can see. Yes, Ari.
When you see the dukkha, it is for the mind to remove the tanha. And when the craving is removed, this bridge got eliminated, so feeling cannot stand on.
Correct. The feeling cannot establish on that.
Tanha will take time to be removed. Right now, you see the
See, Ariu, the platform is the phassa. On the Phassa, there is Vedana. On the Vedana, there is Sanya. On the Sanya, there is Sankhara. Added together, you have an experience, which is Vinyana. Got the point? So, if you demolish the bridge, everything is gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the reason this, you see, there's another beautiful one. Sakhayo ko avuso eko anto. Sakhaya samudayo dutiyo anto. Sakhaya nirodho majje. Tanha sibbani. So 5 aggregates, grasping to it is, or rather, Sakhaya. Just this 5 aggregates is one anta. Sakhaya samudayo, how it arises, is the second. Sakhaya nirodho is a middle. That there's nothing called Sakhaya. Tanha is a sibbani, which attaches this Sakhaya with Sakhaya samudayo, forgetting the middle. Like that day when we were driving, there's very clear mirages. The car, as much as it going, that water thing is going so far. If we were to return back, then that river would have started to come near us. That is happening because of the dip in the road. So the sun was very high. So that is showing like water on the surface of the road. Okay. Now, I am here. That water is there. Now, I want to drink the water. That is tanha. You got the point? I am here. That is there, and I want to drink the water. Tanha is, craving is nothing but thirst. I want that object. I want to know what that object is. So I am running and running and running and running and running. And the tanha is a sibbani, that is, it stitches. Hey, let's go even more further. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Like that, you keep on going. That is a tanha. So when the feeling comes, it comes with craving. That's sibbani. So I am going behind and behind and behind and behind, thinking that that will give me what I want. But it will never give me, because that is just a mirage. Yes.
In the neutral feeling, why is there still a craving?
There is a craving because you don't know it is there. All the 3 Vedana are just there because of Phassa, nothing else. Because the Vijnana knows this is Sukha, Dukkha, Adukha, Sukha.
When you say adukha, asukha, sanya on the Vedana, can you know or not know? Not knowing is adukha, asukha, or
Not
adukha,
knowing
asukha?
is avijja. Not knowing is avijja. If you know, that is another feeling called as adukha, sukha. Like you are not reacting to it.
So when I say just body exists, right, it is adukha, asukha.
Yes, just the body existing is adukha, sukha. Just the eye existing is adukha, sukha. Just the ear existing is
Yeah,
adukha, sukha.
because earlier this hand, they call it murcha. Okay, when I scan and when I scan whole body, this hand I cannot scan. They said this is murcha. You cannot scan. Now I can scan it in my when I say body exists, it is now complete. Earlier body exists was without this hand. Now it is with this hand. But now it is knowing adukha sukha, right?
Correct.
Earlier it was not knowing. That's why I call murcha.
Correct. Correct.
Sorry, why cannot you scan your arm again?
Because it was physically heavy or something. After 1 or 2 years of practice, I could penetrate.
Oh.
Yeah, even Buddha, right? Even Buddha was diseased. Buddha was having a disease, right? Leg is murchit leg. Kya bolte? Unconscious leg. His leg
Paralysis, like a partial paralysis, wherein you will not know that you have a hand.
Does it mean you cannot feel your hand at all?
They will
usually?
not.
No, when I do vipassana, when I go there, I can't find any sensation other than darkness or heaviness or something.
Interesting.
So that is not knowing a dukkha sukha.
Correct. Not
Now
penetrating.
now also now I can feel my hand, but I cannot say it is dukkha sukha. It is knowing a dukkha sukha, right?
Not knowing adukha sukha itself is an ignorance. We might know the sukha and dukkha because it's easy, because there is craving attached to that. Here it is neutral feeling, so you will never come to know. So that is how I need to practice. Either
You will never come to know what? You will never come to know what?
you will never come to know the neutral feeling.
But I can, no?
Now you are able to, what I'm saying is, even in my body, when I'm scanning, there will be regions where you can't scan because it is very gross. So that is neutral. Okay, it has still not taken any shape, whether to go to the dukkha or sukha. When you penetrate, you will see nothing there.
No, that is not neutral. When you penetrate, you will see dukkha only.
Correct. So at present, when I penetrate, it will be nothing
Yeah.
or something like heaviness, like what you spoke about. But
Basically, your awareness is not able to go there. That's all.
Correct.
For example, my awareness cannot go here, right? Let's say if the leg is cut, right? You cannot go there. That way.
correct. But when you see the dukkha, you will see in every part is a dukkha.
Yeah, that is correct. But this is our talk. We are talking about dukkha vedana. Generally, when dukkha vedana becomes very gross, we lost that.
Correct.
Does that mean when you touch something hot with your right hand before, you wouldn't feel the hotness?
No, all that is correct. This is
No, he's
subtle
talking
level.
from vipassana, from
Yeah,
the body scanning.
when you go subtly inside the hand, I cannot go. I cannot pass through my hand. Mentally I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So it's different than normal people touching it hot.
Yeah, that is gross, right? All our daily activity is gross. This is subtly I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay, so let's end for today then. Nice discussion. So did you get the point? That subject
yes.
object.
Yeah, I get tranquilized by your answers. Then it takes 3-4 months for me to come back.
Hope this time you got the answer.
yeah. I will meditate tomorrow. I will conclude that I got or not.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You wanted to say something? No.
No, I'm just saying that.
Okay. Bye bye. Good night and good day to the others. Okay. Bye.